Thanks for clicking on this video, guys, but I want to ask you a question before we get started. What do you think of the Xbox One S All Digital Edition? Really what I'm trying to get at is whether or not people nowadays are more interested in a console that has a disk drive versus doesn't have a disk drive if it's a bit cheaper. Pretty much what I'm asking is would you pick one up for yourself? It's just something that I've kind of been thinking about, especially considering one of this week's news stories. Anyways, let's move on to the video. Hey everyone, my name's HarryAtomic, and it's that time of week again where we take a look through all of the latest news stories for Xbox and Microsoft. So one of the biggest news stories this week talks about free speech on Xbox Live. Now, from playing games online for a few years, I know what it's like out there. Sometimes you run into people that are just a bit angry, maybe some people say some things that aren't nice, and you do have to wash a fair amount off whenever you're playing. However, it seems that Microsoft don't want this to be the case anymore. In an interview with Kotaku, Phil Spencer said, "Xbox Live is not a free speech platform. It is not a place where anybody can come and say anything. And as we're working to ensure it's a safe and inclusive environment for everybody, I don't want to be opaque about it. I want to be out there front and center so that you understand our motivation." Now, as I was saying, I understand that whenever you're playing online, sometimes abuse gets hurled all over the place, and Microsoft do seem to want to take an active stance in making sure that this isn't the case. And in his blog post and the interview with Kotaku, Phil Spencer acknowledged that playing online can sometimes have a bit of a toxic overtone, and this can be due to a number of things, not just down to the anonymity that the internet brings. So personally, I think that this isn't a bad thing as long as it's implemented correctly. I don't think that playing games online is any reason to throw hate speech at anyone or anything horrible like that. So time will tell if we even notice any of the changes that actually happen behind the scenes, because I'm assuming it's not going to affect any of you guys. But yeah, hopefully it's going to make Xbox Live a nicer place to play games online with people. So this next one, I didn't even know that it was news, but hey, it's the weekly news roundup, so for completeness, we're going to talk about it. So in last year's E3, Microsoft mentioned that they were working on two brand new consoles. One was codenamed Anaconda and the other was codenamed Lockhart. Now, it seems that with the announcement of Project Scarlett, that these two consoles are now off the table. It seems that Microsoft are moving forward with only one console in Scarlett. Now, again, I just kind of assumed that that was the case anyway, but I suppose it's nice to have official confirmation that there's going to be one flagship model of Xbox launched. Again, not that I thought anything different, but hey, it's the news. On to the next story. Any of you guys out there that own an Elite controller will know how nice it is. I mean, I don't personally own one, but I've used them before, and oh, I want one so bad. But the Elite 2 controller is coming with a brand new feature that the first one doesn't have, and it could be geared towards accessibility. So it seems that in the Elite controller 2 that's coming up, there's going to be a shift key feature introduced. Now, it was described that this is going to work the same way as the shift key does on your keyboard, where when it's held down, other keys will have new functions. So for example, if the A button on your controller is the A button and you hold down shift, you can assign a different button to the A button, so now it acts as B or right bumper or anything like that. So while the possibility is here to have some really customized control setups, I think one of the bigger possibilities is the accessibility. This will allow people with maybe mobility issues to have just better control over the games that they play. Personally, I think that that's a great thing. I think the more inclusive that we can make our hobby, the better. Anyways, it's on to the last story of the week, and this one is one I'm so angry that I missed out on. So UK retailer Argos held a competition this week that ended on Wednesday, and now it's Saturday. Why don't I do the news on a Tuesday? That allowed 10 lucky winners the opportunity to get an Xbox One S All Digital Edition for £3. For anyone living in the US, that's about $5. Also, the reason why they made it £3 is to celebrate E3, so it's £3, and the pound symbol looks like a little E, so E3. Well done, Argos. So yeah, the terms were you could enter this competition, and if you won, you could pick up your console from one of their London branches, but also I think if you couldn't make it, they would just post it to you. So I mean, there's no telling whether or not the postage is free. It would be a lot more than £3 anyway from London to here. So anyways, that's the news this week. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you want to stay up to date with Xbox content, I do a news roundup every Saturday. Also, I have videos on Monday where I just talk about some general Xbox stuff, and Wednesdays is community days where you guys tell me what videos you want to see. So if you have any ideas for a video, drop them in the comments below. I promise I pretty much will get around to all of them at some point. And also, if you want to discuss any of the news topics mentioned today, or just just anything Xbox related, the best place to do so is on the Xbox 360 Hub Discord. It's honestly growing to be one of the largest Xbox 360 Discords out there, as well as now being the official Discord for the Xbox 360 subreddit. Well done, guys. And also get subscribed if you don't want to miss any future videos. So anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.